Hello, and welcome back to the 10th session of our Adventures in Excordia campaign. I'm Connor, the GM, and joining us tonight is Karen, played by Pyro,
Blessed be the iframes.
and Dario, played by Norvin,
Heyo.
Silver, played by Tristan,
Hello.
Katira, played by Liv,
I have been told that I have no maidens.
Morgana, played by Shane,
Grace check.
and Zonkiri, played by Fergus.
You know, I've heard of ankle biters before, but this is ridiculous.
So, not with us tonight would be that rat, played by Dom. He is traveling
Said
for family
ankle
reasons.
biter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, as I said, he won't be joining us. We pick up. Last session, you all had hammered out some details of this escort job and concluded basically 4 days worth of travel. We pick up as you all are making camp for the 4th day. As I'm going through these, I'm going to give you all the option, if you would rather have a fast nightly watch, as in just have one person roll a perception check, and that's it, and then assume, somewhere in the way people took watches, whatever. Or you all can take time and slow it down and appoint watches for who does what, and talk to each other at certain points of the trip, etc.
Does the one person get advantage?
No. It's just regular perception check.
Well, we would get it with Varshi.
I suppose, but I believe Varshi's usually sleeping during the night. But still, for the sake of these quick watches, it's just treating one person's as an average, because you could have somebody roll astronomically low or high for these. It's just a real quick perception check for a watch.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. If we're putting it all on one person at night, that's...
By the way, my passive is now 21.
Hate that.
You're welcome.
Connor, remind me to show you a stat sheet of my old character that had a passive of 34.
That sounds pretty similar to Lilith. Norman, do you remember what Lilith's passive was at the end?
30-something.
It was in the 30s.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
it was 30.
Fate of my existence. She could hear a fly break wind 2 planets over.
It probably was 33, because the only reason mine was 34 is I had a book of one of those books that ups your stat and your max. And
Oh.
I played it off
on
as
the dot.
I played it off as my guy being extremely paranoid.
Lilith could literally perceive what Connor was prepping for the day.
Yep. Very funny.
Oh,
Jokes on her, I admit I use a dog whistle.
Yeah, that was actually a thing. Not to diverge too much, but there was a minor prank war beginning. And so Des, Pyro's old character, created a dog whistle for the 30-something perception wolf girl and put it up against the steam pipe and went to sleep. He won.
It worked.
All right. So first thing is, as we finish rocketing down the road away from the
Yes.
hobbled giants,
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, I'm assuming we get back onto the road.
Yes. Very.
Get far enough down the road, we're safe, or at least assume we're safe,
Mm-hmm.
and make camp. Yes.
Yes. Is there anything you all wanted to do on the remainder of the road? Well, immediately after, the governess would open little eye slit and ask for, "What's happened?" Once she sees that you all are mainly on the main road, especially when you all start to slow down a little, she'll want to know. Does anyone volunteer information?
We appear to have survived.
Yes.
Don't mind me.
You did tell her there were giants. She does not know how you all got away, you think.
I don't think Katira would know, because Katira was guiding her carriage, crouched on top of it going, turn this way, turn that way.
Fair.
I think right now the only one who knows the specifics is Zonkiri.
Right.
Yeah.
She will be asking. Just turning on Vexera. So, well, how did you deal with the giants? And she sees Dat mummified in healing bandages. Oh,
Well, short of it is that we encountered a pair of ice giants that were out apparently looking for prey. I decided to lead them away from the cart, knowing that they would consider a group of mortals traveling around to be quite easy pickings, especially without any sort of anti-giant defenses with us. So I began leading them away using the whistle that they had picked up on. Dat Rat decided to follow, I'm assuming to provide some sort of backup.
he squirms.
I inject him with fucking lidocaine.
He knows.
So we had the wagons head in the opposite direction from where I was leading them. I led them out into the forest, away from everyone. Once they got a good enough distance away, made sure that they were following, and that rat set a trap. Ended up separating the two of them. One of them came after me, one of them came after that rat. That rat managed to severely injure one of them, though not without equal injury to himself. Meanwhile, I gave the other one the slip and came back and helped that rat with the giant. We wounded it just enough to prevent it from being an issue, as well as leaving it alive so that its ally would be forced to either abandon it or assist it, which would prevent it from chasing us down or continuing its pursuit of us once it eventually figured its way out of my deception. I'll include a memory strand in the full report by night's end.
I look forward to receiving it. You see, she has denoted some sort of increase in some funds. You're picking that up. That's just meta knowledge. There's no real way you pick.
No. She's got one of those little bead math tools.
I'm not
sliding to the
an
mixer,
abacus.
Right? Yeah, she's got an
Abacus.
Jesus.
She's got a magic abacus.
A magicus.
Thank you.
I
I didn't want to stoop to that
Yeah.
level, but thank you.
I will always stoop to that level.
Let's be.
Respect.
I have that spell. Yeah. Thank you for giving me enough time to add in my third level spells, which I forgot to do.
And you will find your way to the camp, or a position that seems suitable for camp.
Just racking up them raises.
Yeah,
Oh, we about to fucking make bank, bitches.
they will. Valkyrie will. These are individual rates. Remember.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
aware. I just expect someone else to fall the fuck over dead, and I'm gonna look at her and say, "Revivify!" Bam, I'm alive. I'm gonna look her around the eye as I do it too.
What were the words I was just about to say? Oh,
We got camp.
Yeah, would you all like to do a quick night or a short night's watch? I phrased that weird, but did you want to do the long version or the quick version?
Do we want one check or multiple?
We also can get through.
I'll give one person with advantage for the one night. It seems after some.
I have a +6, so
That'll work.
Yeah.
anybody else can best it.
No.
Uh,
Well, actually, I can. I'm +7 now.
Then there you go. You do it.
Unrelated. And Daryl, roll me a D100.
That's why I asked. Because I was like, I think he has me beat by 1. We learned last week.
My body
In
just realized
active.
I'm a little
Passive, I have better because I have observant.
Yes. Norman,
Okay.
did you hear me?
So, fun little fact. Without advantage, Marshy's got the highest, or equal to the
As
highest
it should be.
perception.
That's about right.
What is her perception? +8?
She's got a +1, but she has auto advantage from her hearing thing, so bumps it up to a +6.
I love her. I love Varshi. I would die for Varshi.
Good, it's
Bitch got-
working.
I mean, to be fair, that's not saying a lot. Katira probably would die for anyone in the party because that's just
D100.
Yeah, so that would explain why you didn't hear me. I asked if you'll roll me a D100. Okay,
27.
duly noted. So, it sounds like you all are planning for a short watch. If Hair or
yeah, short's
Katira-
fine.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you got
Alright.
+7.
give me one
Yep.
advantage, and we'll see.
Yeah. Let me look. Ah, shit. Okay. Where's this? And click. Oh, baby, roll 20. 23.
23.
Nice.
Okay. You all set up camp. I'm assuming Zonkiri does the same Earth barrier
Bear
as
trap.
before, the bear traps, etc.
Si, senor.
As you all have set up during the night for the first time, you see the governess actually steps out of the cart for a while after the fort is set up.
Hmm.
And then she walks over to Zonkiri and asks for, because he said tonight he would produce the full report with the memory sliver. And she walks over. Are you prepared for the delivery of the mission report yet, Zonkiri?
Zonkiri just kind of, without even really turning to face her, just a short stack of papers next to him, along with a bottle containing a silver, what looks like almost a silver piece of thread, about probably 4, maybe 5 inches long, maybe half an inch thick, just sort of twisting and curling about itself, almost like a piece of cobweb stuck in a breeze, just sitting in a bottle. Just levitates up next to him to like her mid region where she can easily grab it.
And she does so. How does one use this? Does she... This is Connor asking. Is there a certain way to interface with this? Or is it just...
The main 3 ways are with the spell used to create it, which is Encode Thoughts. You just cast the spell again, and it goes schlorp inside your head.
Okay.
There's Detect Thoughts, which, I mean, you just read it, but it doesn't go schlorp.
Okay.
And then Modify Memory, in which case you can just rewrite it.
Interesting.
And it doesn't specifically say, but I've always assumed that if you're able to rewrite what's in it, it also tells you what's in it so that you can, like, know how to change it.
Fair. That seems intuitive. Okay. She will... Oh, it's a cantrip.
Yes.
Wonderful. She will cast Detect Thoughts and read it. See if the memory is true as you shared it. And she'll basically just ask, do you want your bottle back?
He'll just wave his hand, just like, not really. We've got 1,000 of them. It's a bottle. This isn't Legend of Zelda.
There's a fairy in there.
Anyway, she kind of
But yeah,
nods
so
and...
she sees the memory, of everything from Zonkiri's perspective, so she doesn't actually see the initial interaction between Dat Rat and the giant. She just sees from Zonkiri looking down at Dat Rat, basically swarming over the giant, stabbing him in the eyes from where he was standing.
Right.
But she does see, or she doesn't see it, but she does hear the thoughts going through his head that are part of the memory as he's, going through that experience.
Cool.
Basically just a rundown of the tactics that are, all the tactics and info that are flying through his head. Like, okay, these are ice giants. This is all, he's going through everything he knows about ice giants. He's going through everything he knows about the carts. He's going through everything he knows about the people, which one of them is best suited for what. Whose skills he could make use in this, who can be trusted to do this. And then actually executing that plan and then adapting to Dat Rat's ambush.
Okay. Duly noted.
And the report is more or less just a written version that includes just what information he knows about frost giants, their habits, and ways of counteracting them. Like, why was this a bad thing? Because they eat people.
Yeah. And I'm assuming you also put in some sort of measure about whether or not you should be concerned about repercussions and things of that nature.
Something like that.
She takes your report back into her cart. She leaves the door open for a little bit to let some air in. Does anybody ever go over to the cart? Because it's kind of parked along the side of the camp and faced with the door towards the wall for privacy.
Yeah.
Or rather, the doors on either side. She opens the one away from the group for privacy purposes.
I don't see a
Don't
reason
think so.
to. We don't think she was injured in the attack or anything, so.
Correct. Okay. I was just curious. And Daryl, you never usually keep watch, but you feel sort of electricity on your skin, like your hair is just standing on end, and you wake up in the middle of the night. I want to make sure. Are you here? Okay. You're unsure of what this feeling means, but as you're kind of looking around for some sort of sign of what's happening, sees that there's some heavy storm clouds overhead, and you see the faintest flash of what looks like red lightning forming. Like arcs of red energy in the clouds in the distance. And as you focus in on it, you see the lightning strike, but you never hear any thunder. You pause, and at the same point again, red lightning, almost as if striking the ground. With a pretty decent Arcana check. This is definitely some sort of phenomena that's not actually lightning, because you're not hearing thunder. And you feel this sort of magnetic pull to that point. And you have a feeling this might be... Yeah. This might be the... let's call it quest you've been looking for. At least a part of it.
Who's on watch?
At this
Me.
time, Karen, we'll say.
She's going to get up and make her way towards that light.
It is, I should
As
clarify,
she's...
it is like miles away.
Oh, okay, miles away. Yeah. She's gonna look towards it, make a note of it, and try and figure out where it is.
Okay. Do you have a
Like
map
if
of
there's
some
a
sort?
town or something in that area. Just basic knowledge of from the last time when she was wandering around out here.
Okay. Does Andariel have some sort of map?
No.
Okay.
She
Then-
knows Stillwood's to the south of us. She knows Aetherfort's across the mountain range. Which way is the lightning striking?
Give me a general. It would be towards the southwest. Give me a general. I think it'd be survival check
Oh, this
Or-
will go good.
or cartographers. Oh,
Oh,
it did go pretty well.
It was good.
You kind of make a rough sketch in the dirt of where you think it was going. You use a lot of the math and the triangles to try and figure out where the strike was indicating. And it seems like it's further down the road you all are on. Fairly close to the path.
okay.
As in, it seems like it's not going to be
Something we'll get to tomorrow or the day after?
possibly tomorrow. It seems like it's something that you wouldn't have to veer off the road too far to find. It's not like something hidden in the mountains, is what you've ascertained. There's a good chance, if you keep your eye out on the road, you would spot it, if it was still in the same place.
Okay.
And then the rest of the watch.
She
finishes
will
up.
make note of it. She wants to talk to Katira in the morning.
You return to bed and you all complete a long rest, having access to your third level spells, and you are ready to prepare for the morning. I'll let you have your conversation with Katira before I call for the travel D20.
Okay. She's just gonna let Katira know what she saw
Okay.
and tell her to please keep an eye out along the road for anything suspicious as we're moving along, because she knows Katira is the most observant of us.
Yeah, with two nat 20s,
Quite literally.
I'm gonna give you a freebie. The descriptors you tell her to keep an eye out for would be lightning, specifically red lightning, as well as any kind of how upfront are you with Katira about? Do you tell her why you're looking for this?
She'll let her know that it's warlock stuff.
Okay, so
Katira won't push further.
warlock stuff, red lightning, and general lightning aesthetic is what she's on the lookout for then.
Yep.
I will keep that in mind with the DC and her passive of 21, right?
Yep.
And Dario will be keeping an eye out as well, but yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Would somebody roll me a D20 for today's travel event? Or lack thereof? Someone who
I
has
rolled a
not
one
rolled
last time.
previously.
Muncher's dead.
I refuse.
Tristan, I think you're being voluntold.
Okay, so
You don't
one
have to. I
d20.
just know you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, D20.
100. I thought it was a D100.
Nope, D20.
Okay.
No, it was a D20 because that's why the nat
18.
one popped up in red.
Let me go check my table. 18. Where's my 18?
Where is your 18?
Ah,
I assume it's right next to 17.
my table
And
got copied
19,
over
presumably.
weird, and the one number that didn't get copied over from the previous notes page was 18. Oh, wait, no, there it is. I just accidentally erased the line break at the end of it, so it... There we go. Oh, okay, now that makes sense. I fix that. Okay. So, an 18. I will set a few things up. You all are traveling down the road. This is actually really fucking perfect. Okay.
Great.
I believe this
Sorry.
is the map I set it on.
No, you're good.
It is. This is the map.
We stumble upon a bloody ice giant.
You stumble upon an ice giant clan.
A warlock ice giant.
Okay. As you all are traveling down the road, I didn't have a cart for you on this map. I think I had it on the other one. Nope. Whoops. I can find a cart for you if you think it's important. Elsewise, we can just know that you all are on the cart. Here, I can just copy paste this one.
Excellent.
Okay. The governess would be the ones in front. Yours would be the one from behind.
Real quick note. Am I supposed to be seeing everyone's HP bar?
Yes, just not the numbers.
Okay, I only see Dat Rat's HP bar.
I see Dat Rats and
see-
John Curie.
I see.
I see
John
that rats and
Kerry's
John Kerry's.
and yeah.
That rats and
It might be because these were tokens I put out before I updated them.
We'll drop them again.
Can you see the
Center.
new Endarial one?
Yes.
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 Okay,
Yeah.
so everybody just replace your tokens. Because
Okay,
that carriage makes it a bit
Roger
awkward
that.
for me to grab you all.
Wait. No.
What the hell is that?
Why is everything highlighting?
It's a carriage. I don't know.
Which you mean?
It's not highlighting.
Oh, key points. That's what that is.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck is that?
The thing I asked you if you wanted to put in that bar? Yes.
When did you ask me that?
I asked it a while ago when I was updating tokens. I was like, hey, do you want me to put anything in the red
No,
bar for
I
you?
do not remember that shit.
And he said, sure, you can put my key points there. I was like, okay, cool. You've had
Fair
them.
enough. I don't remember anything.
You've had them at least since the temple fight way back. I know that at least because I saw them ticking down.
My memory is shit.
Fair. So you hear a. Let's go with this. What languages do you all speak? As you hear some murmurings in the woods. Sunkiri understands it, and a few more peoples, but
I won't understand it. I only know two.
Don't forget to check DATs, Connors.
okay. I will mainly just be focusing on your all stuff, but yes, Sunkiri.
Fun little thing I like to do that you guys might find interesting to do your own characters. I actually ordered my language proficiencies in the order in which my characters learned them.
He probably speaks Undercommon at the very least. I think that's it.
I'm pretty sure it's
Or whatever.
undercommon and common, but he has no proficiency listed on his at the bottom.
Of
I mean,
course he does.
You all heard him
He's
speak
dumb.
common. Do you really think he counts as proficient? You recognize a subsect of primordial, Zonkiri. You hear Ignan
Called it.
in the trees.
I hear Ignan in the trees.
Yes.
Hang on. I hear conflict of interest.
Give me a what's your passive perception?
16.
Okay, 16. You hear ruminations of what sounds. You're a skilled tactician. They sound like they're planning and scheming something as you all are going by. And you hear a lot of little high-pitched voices just speaking in Ignan to each other in the woods.
Okay.
They have not clocked that you understand them yet. How would you like to respond to the situation?
What you fucking talking about?
Where is it? Where is it?
Fire. But water.
Why can I not remember where it is?
What are you looking for? Or something spell or something?
Zonkiri just kind of looks around briefly, tries to see if he can figure out. They're speaking Ignan,
Mhm.
so odds are they're elementals of some kind. They're not setting everything immediately on fire, so Odds are not going to be a fire elemental or a magma method. I can't remember if smoke methods speak Orin or Ignan. He's going to try to figure out what kind of small elementals would be speaking Ignan that could be in this kind of environment.
All right, give me a nature check. A 15. You have a feeling there would probably be some sort of creatures that have lived underground and probably surfaced, given that they are fire-based and they're in a forest. You aren't quite sure what the exact name of them would be, but you feel like something that would be like the types of elementals that are similar to real-life animals. You feel like it would be one of those akin to something that would be underground. Does that make sense?
Fire mole.
Something of this sort. And just little versions of them. The first thought that comes to your head is fire squirrels, but that seems stupid, so you dismiss it.
Actually, fun fact, fire beetles are a thing.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So your mind is racing on those sorts of things. Is that all you do?
So, Zonkiri is going to just kind of... see, he doesn't know what languages everyone speaks, except for Common.
Wah.
So you've got one more round of things to do.
Yeah. So, Zonkiri is going to... He's just going to smile broadly in a very, very bad smile and say, well, it looks like these trees have started speaking Ignan.
Why would a tree be speaking?
It means there's someone in the trees speaking Ignan.
And they're currently trying to ambush us.
Well, then they
Where?
have failed. You are aware of their presence.
And
Where?
as you're having this conversation, you hear... Let me make sure they're big enough to do this. Yeah, they're size large. You hear the cracking of wood as a tree falls in the middle of the road.
Oh. I would assume
no.
that is the ambush.
And there are very there are very clearly scorch marks on the bottom of this log.
Do we know what Ignan is when he says it? Like, we know it's a subsect of Primordial, we just don't
You
speak
would.
it?
The same
Okay.
way that people can understand that Portuguese is a language they speak in Portugal.
Okay.
You
I
understand.
was about to go somewhere different with that. He essentially said, "I hear someone speaking Mexican in the trees."
Yeah.
is more accurate to what he said.
We're
Pretty
speaking
much.
Brazilian Portuguese over here.
It's very indicative that you know what it is. And now that's going on, you see peeking their heads out. Let me move them to the thing. They begin speaking in. Let me double check. Does anybody have Zonkiri again? They switch to Draconic and call out to your party. As
I realized I didn't actually put mine in there.
Wait a second. Hold on, Ignan and Draco. These are newts, aren't they?
mm-hmm.
Dudes.
And turn me into a newt.
And you see.
Better.
Oh, hang on. The other one's fighting me. There we go. A larger creature who cut down the tree, slithering
A
forward.
salamander?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's Salamander.
That's a big boy.
Salamander.
So the
A salad
fire
man.
newts call out to your group in Draconic and just call out,
Halt! If you wish to walk away from here, leave your charge. You will be allowed to pass.
What are they saying?
They're asking that we leave our charge I'm assuming they mean the. What's her exact title? Governess?
Yes.
They're demanding we leave the governess over to them so that, well, they can take her. And they'll allow us to leave if we do.
Well, this is why we were
Well,
hired.
we're not doing that.
Do you respond to them in Draconic?
Do they speak common?
They do not.
That was Katira asking Zonkiri.
Oh.
Not,
But sure.
not generally. The little ones are known as fire newts, and the large ones a salamander.
The large does not either.
No. And then
Unfortunately.
Zonkiri is going to switch over to Draconic and tell them, one moment, I'm informing my associates of our current predicament and why it is that, and the reasons for which we should turn over our charge. Forgive them, they do not speak Draconic.
The one responds to you.
Move. Move now, or you will be caught in the ambush.
You see the salamander is at the front, pointing a spear at the driver who has his hands up, and is just waiting as the fire ants are talking to you, in hopes that you'll, leave.
Is it probable that these are assassins sent by another governor?
Morgana, I believe this is the precise reason we were hired.
Then there is only one task ahead of us then.
I believe I agree.
Well then, snaps on helmet. Let's get this started.
I assume Zankiri wanted to tell us something before we go into balls to the wall mode.
Yeah, he is going to essentially say, normally I wouldn't feel the need to remind people of this, but as they are fire newts and a large fire salamander, I was very much just not trying to burn them.
Yeah.
Stands to reason.
Hey, Connor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just you see that big cube, right? Is that somewhat correct? I went 40-40 on it, and I think it hits everyone.
What
you and me both, Zankiri.
what spell are you casting, and what is it shit?
Slow. It's a 40-foot cube.
Slow is a 40-foot cube?
Slow
Yeah.
is big, dude.
Yeah.
I'm about to fuck your encounter in the ass. I'm sorry.
I thought it was like a 10-foot, maybe.
I'll show
Oh,
you.
Let me-
dude. Slow.
6 creatures within 40 feet.
Fuck.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you can only pick
It is
6,
creatures.
but you could pick any
Just
6 in this. Right?
Yep.
But that's amazing.
First of all,
Oh yeah, I need to roll initiative.
no one is
Yeah.
surprised as you're having the standoff. But I want to
I
know
love that they're like,
who's
"We're gonna
doing.
get caught in the ambush." Sir, you've already failed your ambush.
Yeah, they're fire newts.
Hang on, Connor.
I would also.
No, it's adorable.
I was measuring things. Just
What I
quick.
want to know is who's the one who breaks the standoff, because we're starting at their initiative order.
You know what? This makes sense.
Because basically it's as if everybody's just passing their turn in initiative at the moment.
Well, they
Whoever
said
starts it.
move, right?
Yes, they
They said move. Well, we don't know that is the thing.
right.
Zonkiri's the only one that knows that they said move or you'll be caught in the ambush.
Yes, they're losing their patience, but I'm assuming it sounds like Karen's about to try and throw slow to kick off combat. Basically,
I feel like unless we're communicated otherwise, Karen's the one that breaks it.
okay, that's what I was looking for.
if
For
you'll
the-
allow me. Pardon.
I don't mind. I have no
Alright.
quarrel. I don't know what's going on, and Katira's going to wait until she gets more information.
I'm just waiting
So-
for permission. Then I'm gonna fire off.
I was about to do something too, but I'll go ahead and let him go first.
Okay,
May want to sort our
I
turn
will.
order.
Is everybody in?
Yeah,
Yes.
looks like it.
Yeah.
I am not going to count that for this encounter. Just pretend he's off doing things in combat.
He's out getting dinner.
Yeah, he's out picking his nose. So we'll start with at hair.
He saw the ambush coming and ran away. No, I'm sorry,
No.
Dad. You're not a coward.
He ran towards a frost giant. I believe it.
Healing.
I think he's just
He
still
was about to
mellified.
finish the cross.
Yeah, you know what? He's still healing. I still have him wrapped up in like.
You
There we
can't
go.
see.
We tranked the rat.
Valid. He just wouldn't let go of trying to kill the frost giant, so you just
We-
knife willed him.
He loaded that
Alright.
boy up
He has
with
the
Valium,
morphine overdose right now.
morphine,
And he's still twitching in his
so
sleep.
many opiates.
Let me know when I can choose who I
Yeah.
want to get.
So, if that's what you are doing, tell me which
I'm
6.
happy with it.
Okay, so I'm going to be greedy and I'm going to try for the salamander for 1.
Okay.
And then all of the ones on the left side. I'll say this is left. All
Okay.
the ones here. That's 4. And then the first 2 here.
That one and the one to its right? Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's 6. Yeah.
So, one.
DC 15.
Alright,
Spicy.
so I'll start with the salamander. It's a wisdom save, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Here's its save.
Wait, does it have magic?
It does not.
Yeah!
And here
come
come the fire newts. Also wisdom saves. Just going in the order clockwise, starting up top at this newt and moving where this one will be the last. So here are the 5 saves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's see. Fail. Save. Fail. Save. Fail. So
These 2 succeed.
okay. So let me.
Yeah,
Where
you marked
is
ones that-
the?
yeah.
There's the snail. Snail.
Enjoy the encounter, guys. I'm gonna be in the back of the car.
And snail.
Enjoy this
As-
so thoroughly.
Describe what your
No.
slow looks like as you throw it out.
So, as Karen just yawns, all right, you know what? No, and then just takes his arms out, big red veins all the way to the palms, and then just collapse, and then just a tidal wave of just vaguely red syrupy energy envelops the ones that are affected.
And you will watch this like red, like sinew spider webs grab its joints and are slowing it down on each of
I
these.
give them my contact arthritis. Feel
Yeah.
my pain.
And that is kicking off our combat. So there's your action. What are you doing with the rest of your turn?
Oh, me? I'm going to lightly scoot right here against the cart and kind of... It's tall enough to where if they throw shit at me, right? I'm good?
If you not go prone, if you crouch down, I'll give you half cover.
Yeah, I'll crouch down just in case.
Okay.
Protect that
I
rat.
will give you a warning for free. You have a wooden cart and living donkeys.
I
Just-
made peace with that.
Just letting you know.
We don't gotta put him down. I can just... Can I reuse Revivify on a donkey? We'll find out.
I think so. I think the wording says a creature, unless it says a humanoid, in which case...
Let me see. I'll
Use
check. Go
creature.
ahead.
Just a
Yeah!
creature. Revive the donkey. Just
Revivify the donkey.
Donkeys cost 8 gold, and Revivify is what, 100? So
I do it for
Yeah,
free. I do it for free.
Financially responsible
Once a day, as long as I have the charges, I can do it for free.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay.
and then you
Free?
also would have to figure out how to pull your cart, which you can do with
Yeah.
one donkey, if I recall.
Yes.
And
but-
I don't need material components.
Anyway.
So
Salamanders.
it's now the salamander newt's turns, or the fire newt's turns.
I'm gonna post this again so you'll see what the hell is happening. It's looking
Thank
for
you. I was about to
potions.
ask.
AC half speed. They only get one action,
God.
one attack.
Damn.
Fuck
Okay.
your counter.
And if they try to cast a spell, they have to roll a d20 to see if they can get it on this turn or the next.
Fucking sick.
Thanks,
You're welcome.
Thanks, Blood Domain.
Oh
I have
my
that
God.
and haste.
Okay.
Fucking
So
hell. Thanks, Matt.
okay.
Matt Mercer blinks through the heavens.
Mercer goes,
So
what?
this far left,
We're in Los Angeles.
the far left slowed one, is going to attempt to cast a Scorching Ray. I'll roll the d20. It has to get above 11. On an 11 or higher, the spell doesn't take it.
Yeah.
No, it wants below an 11. Oh. Creature's next turn. Let's use an action. Okay. So it's beginning to cast, and it doesn't take effect till its next turn.
Yeah.
And it has to use its action to complete the spell.
Yes.
Yep.
So you see it's
Yo.
beginning to draw out these fiery strands, 3 of them, and beginning to aim them towards you, Cairn, in slow-mo. The other one is going to do the same. And is also stuck in slow-mo. The one not slowed of the 4 that aren't is going to cast...
I'm gonna go ahead and figure out what half cover is while I'm at it.
+2.
Plus
Yeah.
2. Got it.
The Dex and AC.
They are going to launch a firebolt at... Now that your party is aggressive, they're going to launch a firebolt at Andariel, who they have a very clear shot on. This one's not slowed, so... Mother.
Miss.
Okay. Yep.
Damn it, dark mode.
Dark mode's useless. I shut it off.
Yeah, I don't have it on.
Far right, not slowed one on the bottom, is going to... That does more damage. He sees them struggling. He'll try and cast a Scorching Ray on you. He's not slowed, so here are the 3 beams. 1, 2, and 3. Motherfucker. I believe it gives... What's your AC after the half cover boost?
19.
19. So only that last one hits you.
Ow. Alright,
So-
so 4 fire damage.
So you're hidden behind the cart. I don't think Scorching Ray ignites. There's just a little bit of scorching on the cart as you are using it as cover. Take 4 fire damage and then give me your concentration check.
Warcaster gives me advantage.
Fucker.
Yep. And it's
21.
yeah, you're
And
DC.
they have half
Fine.
speed with slow, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so this one's going to move 15 feet in slow-mo towards Zonkiri,
You have to deal with them.
and
Yeah.
it's going to
This
attempt to
is
cast a spell.
I love
Is
this
it-
spell.
Yeah,
it's an amazing.
nope. It's
You
beginning
have
to...
it in both campaigns.
He's Zonkiri, you would recognize. He's trying to cast Burning Hands and just launch a cone towards you, and he's stuck in slow-mo. The other 2 are going to go towards the charge. 15. Ooh. Well, I'm moving this one to the map layer so I don't grab it again.
They're charging at our charge.
First thing they're going to do is smash the wheels, so it can't take off, or at least attempt to. Actually, because Connor's just realized this would be a better... No, they're stupid. They're going to attempt to smash the wheels with a Morning Star each. Left one, right one. Yeah. You see the...
Adorable.
You catch them bringing down these Morning Stars onto the reinforced iron wheels, and they are not making much headway on it.
They couldn't hit a brick wall if you threw them into it.
Yep, and then I'll do the movement for the ones up top. Yeah, that's their turn, as most of them are slowed. Cool. So the barrage failed. Silver, you're up.
Amazing.
Right.
You see
Let's
3
see
fire
how-
spells being slowly cast.
Keep in mind, if you hit them, the ones that are casting spells, if you hit them before they get off their spell, they have to make a concentration check.
Right. It's
Right.
awful.
So I'm gonna
Now-
go cast this
Hold on.
spell.
But
Oh,
before
sorry.
you go, have to be fair here. They get another save at the end of their turns.
Oh, you're right. 1, 2, 3. I thought there was a 4th one. No. The fourth one was the Salamander, and his turn's 8. So,
Yeah,
again,
I was about to say.
clockwise, starting with the far left one. 1, 2,
Oh.
3.
That's intelligence, not wisdom.
Fucker. Damn it, Connor. Alright.
Try again.
1, 2, please.
Oh.
No. Fuck me. Burnt the 18. I hate my life. Go ahead. I'm in pain. Don't worry about me.
See, I'm a force for both sides.
Oh yeah. That's why we respect you.
Go ahead, Silver.
You're right. So I see that these two are trying to break the tires.
Yep.
Bonus action, shield. So I have 7 temporary hit points, I believe.
It should just be your Artificer level.
Oh, never mind. Not Artificer left. That's not my 5 temporary hit points then.
Yep.
Sorry.
No problem. I know how that subclass works.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
And I'm gonna move here and right up, and I think like right here I'm going to cast Shatter
So
to hit these two.
Okay, and so as to dodge the wheels, I'm assuming? With
Yeah.
the blast? Okay, easy enough. Go ahead and roll that for me and share the damage and DC and whatnot. It's a con save, right?
Let me see. I'll cast a spell, see how it goes. Where is Shatter? There it is. Level 2, submit.
Okay, DC 15 con save. Yes and no. Okay, so the one on the left saves and only takes 5. The one on the right fails.
Yeah.
And takes the full 10. And,
Ignorant material. Done.
They are blasted with rocks coming up to pelt them in the back.
Yeah.
They are not too pleased. Let's see. What was the radius? It's a
10-foot radius.
Okay. You would
So-
put it like there. Okay. Yeah, just making sure you weren't catching this one in the thing. I was gonna roll another save for him. Alrighty. There's your action. Bonus action.
I told you my 5
right.
HP
There.
shield.
Alright. That it?
Yeah.
Katira.
Okay. I believe that my quarterstaff is still with Crowbeak. I have the spare, but it's
Yes.
fine.
That just got
It's
his weapons
good,
back,
so-
but yours is still under work for the next 3 days.
That's fine, because my fists just got ding ding a little stronger. So I have 40 feet of movement. The snail boys are slow, so let's see.
I just put random words.
Oh, I can get right up to that one, who's slow.
I love that he typed that because I can hear his daughter in the background.
Give them a sting. Or I can get up to that one who's slow. Can I get over here? I can. Yeah, I'm gonna go over here to these motherfuckers that
Walking
are
o-
trying to bash the wheels.
Running over your cart would definitely be difficult terrain. I would recommend trying to plot something that doesn't run over the cart.
Oh, hold on. Let me check something real quick.
Okay.
Bonus action. Nah. I'll save it. Alright, that's fine. I'll save Andariel. I'll go over to this guy. Ah, where's my select? There we go. I'll
The
go over
slowed
here.
You were the Flash to the slowed ones at the moment.
That's fine. I don't. I'm not caring about the slowed ones. The slowed ones will be there. I feel like this one is going to go for Andariel, and it's going to hit her harder because it's not slowed. So I'm going to take 2 unarmed strikes against it because I have extra attack now, so I get 2 unarmed strikes base.
Okay.
So here's number 1. 20.
20 really hits. For
Yeah.
8 bludgeoning.
You know what? I think I'm gonna burn a key point on this one.
For
For stunning strike.
is that a Constitution save?
It is a Constitution save.
And what is the DC?
My DC is
Is mod +8 +prof.
so it should be Dex
Wisdom.
8
No,
plus
wisdom.
wisdom?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so 3 plus 8 is 11, plus 3 is 14. That's shitty.
Yeah, your saves are usually going to be
Yeah, that's
pretty low.
fine.
But you can do it per attack, so it's about the amount.
Oh,
you
I
can-
know. And here's strike number 2.
All right. 21 also
21.
hits for an additional 9.
Yep. What's
Alrighty.
that? Oh, that's miss with an attack roll, so that's not helpful. What's this? Well, since I spent a key point for that, I get a free bonus action unarmed strike for my
Okay.
key fueled attack.
Go for it.
So it's unfortunately not technically a flurry of blows, so I can't use my open hand technique, but it's okay because I don't have to spend a key point for it.
Okay.
24.
Also, it really hits. This one's looking rough. Like,
Good.
single digits rough.
Amazing. God, I love being a monk. I love doing dope monk shit. Marisha Ray. So glad she coined that phrase for us. Katira is just gonna then she's interposing herself between the fire newt and Ariel. Basically just like, you gotta get through me first, bitch.
No.
Card use greater invisibility. What card? We don't have a card.
Yeah. Yo, it's peeking out of the dimensions.
Connor wanted to move it
Yeah.
to the. Oh, good lord. I was going to try and move it to the
Card
map layer, and then I
translation.
forgot when I placed it. Fuck it. There's tree coming up through the ground.
It's just some. There's always some grass on a dirt road.
It's a shrub.
There you go. The card is uninvisible. So yeah, you do a lot of damage to this one fire newt. I believe that's all, so we're on to Endario.
That is my whole turn, and I'm very happy with it.
Okay. You see where my green glob is, right?
Vaguely. I couldn't have picked a worse color, but okay.
It's my color. Fuck you. I'm focusing a shatter there. That'll hit all 3 of them.
Okay. Yes, I did just change your color. And it's a
I
10
didn't
foot.
even see that blob.
Yeah, we
Yep.
just. All right. They get a. This is a con save. I remember things.
We're not- okay.
Counterclockwise, starting with the leftmost. Or no, clockwise. Sorry, same as before. 1, nope. 2, nope. 3, nope. All 3 fail and take.
19 damage.
So the one in front of Katira's blows up. Just.
Katira just nods. Very nicely done.
As she's covered in newt blood.
Yeah, just blood and viscera. The other ones take 19 damage, as they're not doing great after that. As you see, there's like
And-
shards in their head of wood splintered into them.
And Daryl will whoop, 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 back over this way.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
There, I should have decent view on everybody from here.
Except probably not these ones.
Yeah, they're
The ones
probably
at the-
eclipsed by the animals. You definitely
Yeah.
see the salamander since it's a large creature.
Yeah, I'm just missing those 2.
Okay. On to the salamander's turn, who is slowed. What's his movement?
Need concentration checks from these 2 to maintain the spells they're trying to cast.
Oh, you're very right. Thank you for the reminder. Here's 1. Yep. Here's 2. Nope. So this one's Scorching Ray fizzles out as you watch the glyphs they're doing outpace their hands, and it just fizzles into nothing. The other one is maintaining it, though. So there's currently 2 holding a spell. Top one's Scorching Ray. This one's got the Scorching Ray. And then this one is holding a Burning Hands towards Zonkiri. The Salamander is going to... Where's his tail? It's got an intelligence of 11. Alrighty. It is going to move up and attempt to bash down Oh, wait, I don't know if it can make it to the other side now. That's slowed. It definitely can't. Oh, that's as far as it can move. Oh, dear. Looks like it's going to kill some of the horses.
Okay.
It's going to...
How many horses does she have?
I imagine she has 4, like, classic, like,
Okay.
Carriage material. It's going to make its 2 attacks. Here's the first one at a horse.
It makes 1 attack.
Oh,
Yep,
you're
it only
right.
gets the one while
Yep.
it's slowed.
Okay.
Multi-attack is limited to 1 when it's slowed.
Thank you again. Does a horse have 12 HP?
Depends on what kind of horse.
It would be
I
a
bet
draft horse for a cart pulling.
I'll look it up for you real quick.
19 HP.
There you go.
It's stabbed into its guts and it's like squealing. Is that really all the?
This is a fantastic spell.
Pyro, I could kiss you.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So,
it.
having thrown a group of salamanders at my party before, check out its other thing.
Oh, wrong sheet.
He really does play for both sides. We gotta respect it.
Ah, you're right.
Yeah.
Chaos Ring.
Yeah,
Aha! Isn't that familiar to you, Connor?
No, that wasn't the thing I was talking about. I was talking
Yeah,
about.
that's if the creature hits it, not other way.
Yeah, the extra damage for heated weapons is already factored in.
Yep.
If that's what you're looking for.
You'll
I
find
think
it.
there's probably a different kind of action that you could have taken rather than the spear that he's mentioning. I don't know what it is, but
The only reason I know what it is because I know what the full image of a salamander looks like. You're just seeing the top half.
oh, I think I know what it is.
If you're referring to the tail, I have already used its attack that it can do.
Don't worry about it.
Interesting.
We'll talk about after the encounter.
Well, now I'm curious because that's the only thing I see.
We look
Multi-attack,
after
spears,
Morgana does her
tail, heated weapon, heated body.
So,
okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
What does Morgana do?
Mogano.
Well, before that,
Yes.
Salamander gets another wit save.
Yep.
I am scatterbrained this combat.
Hey,
Thank
it's not
Christ.
hasted.
He is no longer slowed. Morgana.
Fractal busts in through the wall and gives him a 1, except not really.
No, but Canderous Kane does.
Yeah!
So Morgana, what would you like to do?
Morgana, seeing that Andariel is out of their reach for now, and Katira had dismantled that one that was closest to her, will now take protecting our charge as priority. And run up there. And here we go. Rage, of course.
Of course.
And then Reckless, Longsword, Great Weapon Master hit.
So 14? That hits.
15.
Oh,
Reckless.
15. Oh, you're right. 15 hits. Dealing 20
No.
damage.
I'll put the shield shatter thing so you know it was Reckless.
Okay.
Is he alive still?
Barely. There's a festering, a massive wound on them, leaking out their organs.
Right.
But they're
The
still
big
up.
overhand slice didn't finish him off, so she will calm down a little bit and do a regular Reckless instead of Great Weapon Master and try to pierce it through the chest.
And you do so. It had 3 health. And you just
Sexy.
murdered it. Anything else?
Nope.
Zankiri.
Zankiri is going to call out, "Be careful if you hit the big one near it. Fire on its body might spread." And is then going to run forward a bit. To about right here. About right here.
Okay.
And is then going to take out his sword, stab it into the ground, and 3
3 other stabs come out and stab this this fire newt.
Yep.
This fire newt. And this fire newt.
Alrighty, roll me the magic missile. 4 damage to each, okay.
Yep.
4. And I'll roll the concentration checks for the 2 with the spells here in a moment.
Cool.
And -4. And here are the 2 concentration checks, same as before, starting at the top. First one, nope. Second one, yes. So the one with the burning hands is still holding on, even though you've moved, still aiming at the same spot. It's getting closer to getting it off. But the other one loses its Scorching Ray.
Cool.
Alright, is that all?
One second.
Yes, he will also call out. No, actually, he won't say that. He'll leave that for later. He's done.
Okay. Karen, it comes back to your turn.
I look up over the car and witness the carnage I wrought.
You're still holding
Feels
full
proud of
on
himself.
3 creatures.
I am. I hear him call out anything that goes up and tries to punch the shit out of him. As this guy's bad.
You mean me?
Yeah. And he thinks to himself, well, I do got that one thing. And he's going to hold up his arm like a gun and just aim carefully. And let's say 2nd level guiding bolt.
Ooh.
Ha
Definitely in
Straight-
range.
Straight down the lane into the Salamander's dome. See if that works.
Roll it.
Rolling. Ah, shit.
A 13 barely misses it.
Shit! Phew, as it flies past and bores a hole into a tree.
You can see like this spattering of like blood veins on
I'd
the
have been
roots.
surprised if
Only I had an ace.
If only you'd hit.
Yeah.
So there's your action. Anything else?
Oh, yeah, that's
I duck down back behind the damn.
Oh.
Sure.
Karn, might I say something to Karn that
Sure.
time?
Go ahead.
What up?
You see Zonkiri as the flash goes by him toward the Salamander. Zonkiri just looks back at you, just a look of like, what? On his face as he just goes,
Kill the ones that are almost dead.
You gotta lower their action economy, damn it.
I think I did enough action economy for one day. Connor might actually kill me.
I might. Onto the fire needs turn.
if you don't, he might also.
It's true.
And this one gets off its fucking burning hands. I believe that's a 15-foot cone. It should still hit Silver.
Silver, no!
Lightly toasty.
So I need a dexterity save for you, Silver.
Okay. Dex save.
That would slightly graze your all's cart, I believe.
That's not how cones go.
What's the angle at the cone point?
So it's always a triangle, which the outside edge, the farthest one, is the length of the cone. So it'd be like this.
Okay.
It would be centered on the token, not the corner of the grid.
You're right, hang on. So, we do that, and then... Yeah. So it just hits Silver. So, and you save the dexterity save, so that'll be 6 fire damage, and that's that one's action.
And I take 1 actual damage.
Yep. Because of the shield.
You should know. Tom.
Yeah, isn't that just brutal, huh, Connor?
Sure is.
Is there less of them? Should I just re-up slow?
The one by Zonkiri. He's going...
These cones are not correct.
Interesting.
They're 1 out.
Fuck. These do not like being in melee. It's going to use a Morning Star attack on you. So I'm curious. No. 5 doesn't hit. The slowed ones up top. Going to move. No, they're not going to move into melee. Oh my god, and all their ranged just spells that take 2 turns to cast.
Wait, hold on. These are all spellcast. These aren't fire newts. They're what, newts of Imix?
Fire Newt Warlocks of Imix, yeah.
I love playing this game.
I
I am the encyclopedia.
I mean, you know why we call you the professor now.
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
Encyclopedia Brown.
They have a chance of getting off the spell quickly. So they're going to attempt once more with the top one's last 2nd levels to do Scorching Ray at Karen again.
Really want this to happen, don't you?
They're slowed by you. They want this effect off so they can not get waffle stomped. They do.
Do they have the spell slots?
They do. This turn and next turn. Okay. So one of them gets it off this turn. The other one's stuck casting.
Right.
So these 3 will be at you, Karen.
Yeah.
16,
Miss,
9,
miss,
16.
miss.
All right, Lego Batman.
And they just piff into the dirt and slightly scorch the side of your cart as it misses you entirely. That's all the fire. Oh wait, no, there's still the one by the cart. It was not slowed.
And they all have to make their wisdom for the ones
Yeah,
that are slowed.
The best thing this one can do is cast its Burning Hands on the cart and hope it breaks through the damage threshold. So it's going to attempt to do that. Step
On
in.
her cart?
Yes.
The magically reinforced cart? It sure can try.
Just as a note, the burning hand, the 3d6 from the damage that only applies to creatures.
So if you cast Burning Hands on a cart, it does no damage.
No, it'll take 1d6 if it ignites.
That seems wrong.
Check the improvised damage tables.
Is it
He said,
improvised damage,
"Here's
or
the
is it just
Carfax."
casting a damaging spell on an object? Like, if you hit a glass pane with Burning Hands, it doesn't take 1d6 burning damage.
Hang on, I think I have it covered. It's the same concept where if you do like 4 thunder damage in a cave,
Yeah,
you'll die.
you will.
You'll do it. You would do it, Con.
It does say in the description of the spell, a creature takes 3d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a success. The
I will
fire
not-
ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried.
Okay. Interesting. Feels wrong, but okay.
You can always say house rule. So
Interesting. I'm going to say that as it does describe that there is a cone of fire being shot out, that the object fails a dexterity save to avoid said cone of fire. It doesn't make sense to me otherwise that they would just not take normal damage. They should take damage and then be on fire.
being a crybaby Norvin, he needs to know how this shit works.
So yeah.
I was wrong on that. My bad. It's not a d6. It would be a d10.
Okay. I'm gonna still stick with just giving it regular Burning Hands damage. Okay. I don't. Cool. It's on fire at least. Damage threshold of 10. Has to do at least 10 damage to hurt it. Cool.
One word, magma bears.
Silver.
Yeah. The basics for those rules being there is because objects have really low health generally.
Yeah. Hang on, I need to pull up the DMG to look back up.
You have to look at it over the
Wrong
break.
No, go ahead. Silver, go ahead and take a turn.
Yeah.
Okay, I am looking at this one that's closest to me, and I'm going to shoot it. Bang, bang.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to do the saves. Let's power through these wisdom saves.
Yeah, do it.
One fail, one fail. Yeah.
Fail.
So you hit with a 21, doing 11 piercing to the one in front of you, devastating it.
I did 19 damage to it. 2 attacks.
Oh, I missed the first one. I saw Morgana was making fun of Nor.
Yeah.
Minus an additional 8. It's looking rough. Looking rough. Is that your turn?
One more shield on me as a bonus action.
Katira.
All right, I'm gonna go right up here so I can. Let's do the northern one first. I'm gonna take a crack at it. Crack.
12 hits.
Funny, because the crack is
It hit?
oh
Oh, it's right. It has less
minus
AC.
2. Yeah, minus
Is it
2.
still up?
Barely.
Barely.
Mhm.
All right. I'm gonna take another crack at it.
Okay.
That hits.
By the way, did you take your 2 attacks for it's just for your 1 action last turn?
Yes,
Okay.
because I have
Gotcha.
extra attack at level 5.
Gotcha. That's what I was making sure you're remembering. You do
Yeah,
kill
no, I had
it on
2
that one.
attacks and then my third. Remember, I took 3.
Right. Okay. I was just double checking. You do kill it with that one. It had 4 health.
Amazing.
And there's
Damn.
one still slowed to the south of you, starting to realize, oh shit.
Awesome. Love that. I'm going to spend a key point to use Flurry of Blows, so that's another 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay.
On this one right here, so here's one.
A 12
Die.
still hits. 7 damage.
Pizza, pasta, put it in a box.
Still up.
Still
If
up.
you're good at math, you know he has 3 health left.
Yes.
Here's the last one.
Yeah. Obliterated.
Pop, 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 pop. I'm just pop, pop, pop. I'm speed
I think-
bagging these things.
I think they're exploding in slow motion too.
10,
Yeah.
15, 20.
The viscera's still in the air as it's moving.
That'll
to the
go
ground.
25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay.
That's my turn.
And Ariel.
Dope ass boy.
Shit. I probably should have been planning this out.
Probably.
My bad.
Instead of bitching about rules.
Say the word, Warlock. Do it.
Okay, I got 2 Eldritch Blasts. One at this guy, one at this guy.
Where's the line?
First one is at the slope.
It's Eldritch Blast. He can
You
touch the
hit.
entire map.
It hurts.
Second one.
Also hits.
The-
Also hurts. The one you just hit is going to cast Hellish Rebuke, the non-slowed one, because the other ones don't have reactions, so they couldn't do that earlier.
E.
So here's
What am I rolling?
I believe it's a
Dex
dex
save.
save. Yep.
Damn.
I
Uh,
take 3 damage.
Yo.
Tiefling.
Slippery.
Yes. It's like, let's use fire against the fucking tiefling.
So you take
If only their commander had told them not to hit us with fire damage.
He says something in fucking ignorant. He's like, hey, don't hit that one.
I'm gonna move down here for a better view of the battlefield.
That's a spicy girl. Don't hit her with the spicy sauce.
Damn. Okay. It is the Salamander's turn. He is not slowed. Connor's taking a moment to think of what this creature would do given what its orders were and what its goal is. It's having trouble getting in. You all are basically blocking the door. It's nearly killed a horse.
And single horse. I'm never gonna get
Yes.
to cover with this
Yes, Nora.
ring.
You fucker. I can move 30 feet. I can get at most there. I'm gonna have it move there. And seeing you really obliterate one of its things, it's going to go after you, Morgana. Okay, so it's going to use its multi-attack. It is going to make a tail attack against you first. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Didn't think so. And then
No.
the two-handed spear attack at you.
Gotta jump ropes over that too.
And the 14 misses again.
No, 19 hits, reckless.
Oh, you're right. So, 16 damage over top, having the piercing
8.
for your rage.
It's
As you jump up, it
so
stabs
having
you.
both.
Oh, yeah, totem. Fuck. Okay. Then that is its movement action. Yeah, that'll be it. Morgana, it is now your turn.
Right. Stepping on the body, crushing its head on purpose.
Easily done.
Going to lay into this other minion.
Okay.
Girl boss.
Great weapon or reckless?
Great weapon and reckless.
Okay.
26 damage.
You
Wow.
almost got him. He's barely up.
Okay. Girl boss vibes. Girl boss vibes.
Morgana weighs about 380 pounds.
She
so
doesn't need to wear
she's
weight.
made of metal. She will just crush their
protect.
sticky skills. Anyway, this is also on the little one. No great weapon master. Still reckless.
You obliterated. It had 2 health.
And now that I killed something, I will use my bonus
Oh.
action to swing Great Weapon Master on the Salamander.
That one should have done that one should have done
Nice.
a hellish rebuke after that first attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this little bit of leeway since it's still your turn, and so dex save.
Oh yeah, just as a note,
You have
guys.
advantage.
I-
Yeah,
Advantage.
danger assist, babe.
Oh, okay. I'll just
Danger
roll
assist.
in normal again.
Zonkiri.
I know they're called newts, and we keep calling them the little guys, but these guys are the same size as us.
Yeah.
But they're really thin.
In comparison to their boss, they're little.
Wait, are they medium?
They're
Yeah, they're
medium-sized
medium.
creatures.
Oh, they were small.
Okay, 15 saves.
They're like people that are newts.
That's half damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
half it again. So
For
Four.
Girl
and then you
boss.
obliterated it.
And now that this one has been bisected, I will use Great Weapon Master, since I lowered it to 0 HP, to swing on the boss with a bonus action.
Nice.
15.
15 just hits.
Oh.
For 26 damage.
As Morgana bisects this one, her eyes flash purple as she darts her pupils over at the next one, and then just comes with a sideways swing into its face.
And it's from a +1 greatsword, so it counts as magical. Noted. Alrighty. Is that it?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is.
Zonkiri. The only fire newts left are the ones next to you.
How badly the two of them look injured?
The north one, bad. The bottom one, pretty good. You told them long ago. Sorry. I recognized the beat. Industry baby in Zonkiri's head.
No, I think Bastard Boy is going through his head right now. Zonkiri he'll launch another round of sword missiles. This one though, rather than stabbing into the ground, he turns to the slowed one, who's like, I'm guessing like still like recovering off of the burning hands towards Silver.
Yeah, it's slowly turning towards you, but it hasn't looked at you yet.
And he just calmly walks up to the thing's back, takes his sword, and just shoves the sword into its back. And the sword pops out the chest of the one behind him.
Oh.
Nice.
So how many missiles are going to who and where?
1 to this dude, 2 to this dude.
Okay. Can you decide after each missile where they go, or if you decide it all at once?
It depends on your interpretation.
Okay. He's still standing after the one missile.
Cool.
would you still put both into the other one?
If I have the choice, no. I'd hit him until he's dead.
Yeah, so it takes 2 missiles. And then the third one finds the other one. In my mind, you kind of just can queue up destinations. Like, it hits this one till it dies, and then the next ones move on.
they're just floating around waiting to hit somebody.
Yeah.
I think it's like a needler from Halo, just like.
Okay, so as soon as Ankiri hears Morgana say that, he's going to turn to her with the sword and just like hold it out toward her and just go, "Oh, absolutely! I'm going to take these things apart."
Did you want to use... Oh, yeah, this is... Okay, so there's 2 creatures left on the field. Cairn. You peek your
I
head
believe
up.
that was all of my slowed creatures, meaning
Yep.
I can now exit to phase 2 of my plan on why Blood Domain Clerk is fantastic.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Let's see,
yeah.
let me just see the range real quick. Oh yeah.
This is about to get dirty.
As Karen. Oh no, it's 30 feet. Hang on, I do have to get a little closer. I'll get over here and right next to Silver. I think that's close enough. Nope, 10 feet closer. I'll be damned. Just gonna skitter down here. Actually, yeah. I'll kind of stand this thing, squish remains. That's nasty. I think that would have. Yep. All right. Morgana. Whoa! And
Long name.
Morgana.
Yeah, you said wrong. You said "wah."
I think you're about to find out what the wah means. Post it.
As red lightning courses from my hands and into your spine, and you feel like you're like Tony Stark at Avengers 1. Power at 400%, something like that, and paste.
Yes.
You mentioned haste.
Now you see mixed in with the purple violence protocol, there are arcs of red lightning coming off of her and arcing over her eyes and down her spine.
.exe has activated.
Fucking beefed. Alright, is that it?
Imagine when you can
Yes.
upcast that and do multiple creatures and you can get Katira and Morgana.
That's not what happens when you upcast it. You can't
That's-
upcast it.
Stupid.
Thank you, God,
Trust
for
me.
not letting that be a thing.
If I die, I'm rolling up a sorcerer who can do that.
There's a
There
peek
you
that
go.
if you want. Anyway.
Just be happy, Connor. You used to be able to make it permanent.
Oh, I remember talking to you about permanency. That shit's fucked up.
You're
Well,
Granted, it also used to age you like 10 years every minute, but
Well, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So an elf, I see. An elf berserker works.
So
Yeah.
a certain centipede druid, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, that'd be really good for an elven druid because that'd be like, okay, it's a year every minute, and I live for 1,000 years, so I can keep going for 1,000 minutes.
or a warforged, guys.
Yeah, the ones that don't age.
Immortality.
This one is going to use its last second for Burning Hands against Zonkiri and Karen. It's not slowed, so I don't have to roll any cursed d20s. Deck saves from YouTube, the troublesome casters.
Yeah, that's the issue. I had to get a hell of a lot closer. All right, dexterity. 16.
Both of you save. You take 7 damage of fire each before resistance.
Woo!
Yeah, and you maintain haste. That's
How much I
its...
take? 7?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
So I'm going to move here. And, yeah. And just, you see it here, a faint prayer to its patron in, Ignan, Zonkiri. Just, have mercy.
Disrespect.
Have mercy on me. Silver. No one else understands his plea for mercy but Zonkiri. So it falls upon
Okay.
deaf ears.
Would have fallen on deaf ears anyway.
So those two are close together again. So I will cast another shatter
Ooh.
to hit both of them.
Nice.
All right. So con save for the salamander, and for the fire newt. Oh, cool. Love these rolls tonight. Okay. So the salamander takes the 9 thunder damage, and the fire newt will take 4. There's your action. Bonus action.
I don't have any bonus action for this one. So
Okay.
yeah.
Katira.
All right.
Boom.
Who is left alive? The one that'll burn me, and I don't have resistance for that. That's
These
okay.
two.
I'm just gonna go over here. 5, 10. Pop.
Did I? I forgot
Yeah,
to roll.
speaking of burn,
I forgot to roll that
roll
for you.
d6
I'll
for
let
me.
you. You don't have to because I forgot. I
Well, let me take care of this one first. Pop.
okay.
Hits.
Yeah. And then
Is it alive?
Yep. I'll let you know when it dies.
Pop.
That
Hits.
just hits and kills it, or that just kills it rather, not just hits.
Awesome. Flurry of blows.
Okay.
Or Daka.
25.
All right. And is it on each hit they take the blast back?
Yes.
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 This
Okay.
is why when you said flurry of blows, I grimaced. I was like, oh shit.
So there's
You're
12 on
I
max
haven't
damage.
taken a single hit in this battle. I'm okay for now.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of the clincher of why I gave you the haste, not Katira,
Yep. So
because you're resistant.
12 fire
Fine.
damage back at you.
The only reason I'm doing this is because I haven't taken any damage. If I'd taken damage so far, it would be a different story.
Okay. Yeah, max damage. Finally, my rolls
That's
turn
okay.
around for a moment.
And
You
then
got one more attack.
pop.
17 also hits.
bludgeoning damage.
Flurry of blows is 3 hits, isn't it?
No.
No, it's
Two?
just 2.
And are these magical at this level?
I don't think so yet. It doesn't look like they are.
I think it's
Let me-
7th
Yeah.
or 9th that it's
No,
magic.
no, it's definitely either 6th or 7th.
Yeah, I don't see it yet, so it's not here yet.
Okay. They are.
But
Okay.
it cannot take. I'm actually.
Your choice. What would you like to do? Are you wanting to do stunning strike or an open hand technique or anything?
Open hand technique. I'm just trying to think if I've seen this thing be dexterous.
Probably not. I don't think it's made a dex save.
Okay. Fuck it. No reactions until the end of my next turn.
Does that just happen? Post it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can't take reactions until the end of your next turn.
Alrighty.
I think Brokensteer is technically alive. Hang
Okay.
on, is he alive? He did get to the monk level bullshit. I gotta
So
calculate how old
it
is.
cannot take reactions till the end of your next turn. And Dariel,
Correct.
you can see the salamander's getting beat up pretty bad, and it is now slightly concussed.
That is a good. Hang on, is the little fucker alive?
I'm
Shit,
still
that-
above half health, guys. We're fine.
We can tell.
I can't get close enough to do what I wanted to do.
Oh.
Damn shame.
Shane Karen.
2 Eldritch Blasts.
Nice.
Hit. 5 force damage.
Despite you haven't rolled higher than a 5 on an Eldritch Blast.
What a pain.
See,
Unlucky.
this is why you get agonizing blast, dude.
I can close the fire.
She's not built around combat.
Before you make this thing run away, I'm hasted. It
Oh,
can
I-
get nowhere.
Oh, I know. It's not running away. It's going to attempt to attack Katira now because it did not land on yours. Tail against you, Katira. Does
Okay.
a 13.
Miss.
And
Katira just backflips over it.
17?
Miss. Just misses.
Damn.
AC of 18, motherfucker!
Monk shit.
Dope monk shit.
Alrighty.
Indeed.
Well, That is its turn.
Yo, power up, get in there.
Morgana.
Yes.
Do the thing.
Womp.
Wall protocol
15.
activated.
15 just hits.
Wall protocol enhanced.
Minus 21. It's still up.
Now it's just turned into an attrition battle. Good.
Fuck.
Oh,
6
oh,
misses.
there it goes. Shunk.
All right.
As it dodges that one.
Wait, what have we found out? Its AC is 15.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my king can't help.
Well, Morgana will miss that shot and then calm down a little bit, and with the haste attack, regular one.
Backhand.
Is that a
Forehand.
13? Okay.
Forehand.
It's low.
Fuck! I wanted to kill it.
So close.
It's gonna get its soul eaten.
Oh my god.
Zankiri, there's like an open gash from its neck across its chest. Like you see, this thing is starting to
Someone's
come apart.
eating well tonight.
They called him Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin.
Slowly creeps up. You menace.
Fork and knife in hand.
I like to say he's walking up, licking his lips as Morgana's trying to pull the sword out of its fucking chest.
Zankiri, what's that bib for?
It dies on the first missile.
He's got a lobster bib. No.
I forget. I thought you can only feed if it's a necromancy.
No,
spell, right?
yeah, he gets more of its necrotic.
Yeah, I get I think it's double spell level.
Yeah.
God,
But if it's
that's-
necrotic,
but it's
I
like
get
triple. Yeah, it's
here it is. Yeah,
Really
twice spell level or 3 times if it's the school of necromancy. Fun fact: there's like one spell below 3rd level that does damage in its necromancy.
Yeah.
Other than just cantrips.
So
Cantrips are 0 level spells, so
Exactly. Well,
So-
that would be below 3rd level.
you kill it and you get back 2 hit points.
What is it?
Zankiri just as this thing's getting beat to death by
sickness.
these two. Zankiri just strolling up to it and just holds out his hand as though he's going to clothesline it, but rather than actually making contact with it, his hand just kind of seems to phase through as out of its back, held by its throat, is a tiny little snake spirit wiggling around in Zankiri's hand that he just devours like a noodle as the thing slumps over dead.
It's like Lady and the Tramp.
You see all its flame. Oh, sorry. Sorry about the number got it. As you drain it, you see its body begin to become muted in its colors as it turns to ash on the ground, leaving only a small silver medallion or silverish metal medallion in the pile.
The vampire queen.
What is that?
It's it's burning hot at the moment, like glowing red. It's cooling down, and
Be right back.
combat comes to an end.
I'd like to heal the horse before it bleeds out.
Okay, just give me a cure wounds.
Yes.
I'm assuming that's what you're casting.
Yes.
Yeah, 7 HP. Okay, it's stable. It's gonna need to heal, and it's got a wound.
This is just to make sure that it doesn't die now.
Yeah. Let's stitch it back up. It's doing fine for now.
Certainly something.
That's a spicy meatball.
So, from here, I would like to take a quick 5-minute break.
Oh my god. I forgot how
We'll be
much
back.
fun clerics were.
So, welcome back from break, everyone. You absolutely dominated
Bless you.
the
Thank you.
combat, and I may or may not have had spoilers on screen for the entirety of it.
Amazing.
But it's off now, and we can see the results. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to
Yeah.
open that sheet, and then I decided against it, so I switched to spoilers. Or I did open it. But, yeah. So, I'm assuming somebody's moving the log out of the way.
I'll go start pushing that out of the way.
Okay. Does anyone knock on the governess's door? Because
Kira will.
she doesn't say anything when you just knock on it.
We have defeated the combatants.
Little eye slit opens up on the back. Tira,
Yes.
she looks over to you from the back. Good. You hear the door unlocking, and she steps
You are
out.
unharmed?
I am.
Good.
You can see on the inside, as she's stepping out, it is just like two seats facing each other,
Yes.
and you see some sort of some sort of box with a key in her hand that she stows. There seems to be some sort of device affixed in the middle part of one seat, as well as you've seen spell ships before. What it looks to be like a spell ship generator attached to the front part of the carriage as well, a small one.
Harvest.
Katira just kind of notes that down of like a clever design.
You note that there's some sort of mechanisms on the inside that she might be able to fiddle with, but that's about all you can pick up from the little glance as she closes the door behind her and locks it. She is looking at the ash pile and sees the medallion in the middle.
Zankiri scooped it up.
You're holding it in mage hand, you said, Zonkiri? Taking it in
No,
hand?
just picking it up.
He chilled it off first, he said.
Okay. I was unclear which hand he meant.
Make a charisma save.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check as you're looking over this, because you see a number of symbols on it that don't translate to language, but rather magic.
Have you any idea who would have organized this ambush?
Pretty decent.
Would just like to point out, this is like the ninth time he's rolled above a 25 for Arcana.
Yep.
He's rolled below a 20.
That's what Andariel rolled with her net 20 earlier, so it's pretty decent. The governess response to you, Katira, is any number of enemies or bandits who would seek my assassination or to use me for extortion of money from Moonwatch. I have a shorthand of suspects, but all of which is just speculation at this point. And she is going over to look at the medallion, which you see, Zonkiri. You see, it's almost like a living contract. This was forged by somebody here, and it was essentially the anchor to keep the Salamander on this plane. And inscribed in it are basically the conditions of their deal. This
is kind of like a gem for a planar binding spell.
Yeah, kind of. They use this, and I think planar binding might be the spell that I'm thinking of too. That they reached out.
You summon it, you bind it, and then it does your will for a certain amount of time.
Sort of like that, except this one seems more like striking kind of like Infernal Calling, but
okay.
Just for they summoned an elemental, struck a deal, and this was the part of the contract is they got to be on the material plane with this. It seems that was the agreement, is that if they continue this job, they're allowed to continue on the material plane on their own, using this as an anchor.
What have you learned, Comrade Zankiri?
Someone summoned this thing to send it after the governess. They were using this to planar bind it here so it wouldn't be shunted back to
planar chaos.
Yeah.
He was about to say plane of fire, but he kind of looks at you guys and is like, I remember one of you referring to one of the other planes as a planet earlier. So he's like, I'm not entirely certain where this thing comes from here, but I'm just going to call it the World of Fire.
Nice.
From the World of Fire.
Ah.
That would make sense. It does look like it would be coming from that nebula.
Yes.
Hmm.
Can he tell anything about... I mean, this thing was used to... Basically, as long as the creature was following the contract, this thing was binding it to this realm.
hmm
Can you tell what the contract was based on the rules it had to follow?
It's to the contract asked that in exchange for having this anchor and letting it roam the material plane, which was its reward, that it could be out and about here and do as it pleased, it had to first locate the governess Eloise Cromwell of Moonwatch and attempt to assassinate her. It doesn't say attempt, and it had to go and try and kill her.
Okay.
And then if it did, then the contract would be completed. It was also given, it seems, that these fire newts were under its command, though they didn't seem to be plainly summoned. They were...
Fire Newt's a humanoid, if I remember correctly.
So it seems as if they were just regularly recruited and sent along as part of this job.
Makes sense. Fire Newts tend to have a very complicated relationship with salamanders.
So you pick up on that. You're unsure where these fire newts might have came from. You could make some sort of check if you want to try and investigate their bodies to try and figure something out.
Oh, yes, he is very much investigating their bodies and is just packing them into the cart.
Does Zankiri keep the medallion or pass it over to the governess?
That depends. Is there any is the medallion still functioning, or has it just been like...
It looks like in your fatal blow you all broke the anchor. Blotted out enough crucial runes to where it was no longer anchored here, and it got sent back to the plane of fire.
Okay. Zankiri would probably pocket it.
Okay.
Not stealthily or anything. He's just been like explaining what it was. He's done explaining what it was and then just like sticks it in a pouch.
Okay.
Do you think it would help us ascertain the identity of whoever bound this creature?
The kinds of residuals on these kinds of contracts can be hard to understand. You'd have to be very familiar with a person to recognize it innately, or be in close proximity to them to see any
Very well.
similars.
I wouldn't be so certain about that. There are certain psychometry
Do you know
spells
these?
that can be used.
Do you know these methods?
It'll take some time, but I can reasonably make facsimiles.
Then I will entrust its keeping with you, and update me with any progress you have.
Of course.
Looking over the fire newts, you see that they're not in like super nice armor and weapons, but they're not like kobold or goblin style. Like they're functional and they're not makeshift. Those of you who are native to the Leoteth continent can make me a history or nature check,
Nope.
or at least spent a significant portion of time on the continent.
Also nope.
I wouldn't say a
Am I
significant portion
significant
of
enough?
time.
Yes.
Significant portion of my active lifespan, maybe.
What kind of check was it?
History or nature, to try and identify where these fire newts may have came from. Okay. With a 15, you've seen a couple in the town you were in, where you did your apprenticeship. You know they have been seen on the western side of the continent, and I will be moving you back to the world map now, if you'd like to take a look. You know, at least on the western seaboard, like this general area, you've seen them. But I'd say that's about as far as that would get you. With a 15. You are unable to find any sort of identifying markers of any sort of nation or contractor. Could be. You do know Freywick is a known antagonist to Moonwatch, and they are bitter enemies.
Do you feel confident to continue on, Governess?
Of course, I have attempts on my life fairly regularly. It comes with politics. I would like to discuss plans if we could walk into another ambush. If one is aware that something like this is happening, I have emergency plans if my carriage is breached, but I would like to know what plans you all have in order if this were to happen again.
We have eradicated the first attempt. Any further attempt will meet the same fate.
Yelling back from trying to push. You know what? Karen, after his back pops trying to push the boulder, he's like, you know what? Fuck it, and he's going to disintegrate the tree and just
Oh.
chop it.
Mush immediately.
Kicks that shit out of the way. Fuck that, and he walks back. All right, so at the very least, I can lay down a thick shroud, debilitating our foes while we disperse and divide and conquer. I know for a fact that motherfucker right there, pointed to Zenkiri, is an engine of destruction. So I don't have to think about what he's doing. Points at Dariel. She is the longest range out of all of us, so I presume sniping. Otherwise, again, like Morgana said, eliminate. And Katira is the fastest and most agile of us, so I imagine she's our striker. So divide, conquer, and really my job is just debilitate and snipe whenever I can. If it comes to it, I can take up a midline and then do what I did to that tree. Anyone think think that's the wrong answer? Looks at the party.
I think it is a solid plan.
Also, secondary thing, my priority is to make sure the pack animals stay alive so as to not cripple our advancement. Yeah, please note we will have to take a more intricate look at the horse that was injured before nightfall. It might reopen its wounds. I only did it superficial to make sure it did not bleed out.
I will allow if a couple of you would like to ride beside my carriage driver to better guard my cart. That would be fine. There should be space for 3 in the front. Though the rule against being in the carriage with me still stands.
I'm
Would
driving
it
the
be
back cart.
wisest to have someone who is adept at seeing small details in the front with your driver, or would it be more beneficial to have them towards the rear?
We can fill both. I'm already like pulling the or driving the back cart. You can sit up front,
Very well.
and
Nice.
then the other person to be up there with you will be someone who can see something magical. So either Zenkiri or anyone else might have any magical inklings, looks in the vague direction of a tiefling.
Speaking of said tiefling and Ariel,
Yep.
you feel that same magnetic pull, and it's shifting as you're walking around, like you're close to the source.
How
And
close
Dario.
would I be to it?
How close are you to Zonkiri?
Not very. She tends not to get too close to him.
You feel as you're
But
like
she'll kind of move around and notice it's pointing towards him, and
specifically something in his
Zenkiri.
pocket.
And carry his BRB,
Shit.
the dog needed outing.
And Dario, are you well?
I'm fine. That medallion he picked up, I need to take a look at.
Why? Does it trouble you?
Not particularly. Zenkiri,
Yes.
may I see that medallion, please?
I didn't see why not. Zunkari just kind of pulls it out of the pouch at his side and flips it over to you.
As it enters into her hand, you see an arc of red lightning course over it.
Oh, you have haste too.
Oh.
That's different.
You hear Joss in your head. This was cast by one of our targets.
Wonderful. Kind of look around, flip it over. Do you know how close he is to us?
They must have been that sensation we felt last night.
Yeah. So we can
And
assume
Dario,
one
what
of
is
our
it?
targets is going to be at our little meeting.
Possibly. We should be prepared.
Definitely.
This is all in her head, right?
Yes. All in her head.
Is she like, does this happen in the space
She-
of the blink of an eye, or does she like stare vacantly while this happens?
In real time.
In real
She'll
time,
be
I think she's
staring at the medallion the entire time.
bidding.
That
Oh,
right.
that's Dom. Hello, Dom.
Hello, Dom.
You just missed the combat. Dat wakes up from his bandages.
Wait a minute, you're not supposed to be up
The
yet. Bonk.
morphine wears up. The morphine wears off.
Oh god, he's been on so many drugs, he's losing proficiency in some of them. Or potency shit.
He's becoming immune. Or building a resistance to your...
Yeah.
I need
your
double the
agents.
dose now.
You were doubling.
Oh no.
Katira approaches Andariel and lays a hand on her shoulder while she's just kind of staring blankly.
Quick little
Andariel?
jump to the side. What?
You also feel a little bit of static shock as you touch her.
My apologies. You seemed to
I
become
was
distant.
talking with someone.
My apologies.
She'll toss the. She'll actually. Dankiri, do you mind if I just keep this?
That entirely depends on the answer to a question.
And what is your question?
What explanation do you have for that little arc of reactive magic that happened when you just touched that?
Are you aware of how warlocks get their power?
Yes.
It is my job.
Your job.
I'm sure you understand what I mean, Zankiri.
I do.
May I keep it?
No.
Then I am no longer asking. I am simply keeping.
Zankiri just looks to see what everyone else's reaction is.
Katira's just kind of looking back and forth between the two. But she doesn't normally react emotionally anyway, so
By
that's
right
not
of
strange for her.
by right of last kill, that is his item, Dandariel.
We don't go by right of last kill here, Karn. We're not idiot orcs.
Karen walks up to her.
Well, that was a little uncalled for.
Katira
Say-
steps between the two.
But
Say that again.
Enough.
She'll lean in really close to
Just-
him. I am not an idiot orc, and I do not subscribe to your idiot ideas.
Enough, the both of you.
I just need a little info. What is this job?
Defend
You know
her.
what warlocks are. Actually, no. You say you're just a bounty hunter.
Yeah. I know a little from my father, but
Fine.
I don't entirely.
In order to get my powers, I have to sign a pact. In order
Yeah.
to get a... You're attacking me?
What?
All right, that definitely
No,
hit.
No, that's from way earlier.
What? Yeah, that's
Tree.
from way
Tree.
earlier, man.
Yeah.
That
That
just
was in the
barely
tree.
popped up to me.
Oh,
What?
That
I
very popped up.
promise
I
you
saw that
100%
inflict wound for a long
No,
time.
that barely popped up for me.
no.
Yeah,
You
man,
cast
no,
that
no,
on
no,
the
no,
tree.
no, no,
Promise
no,
you,
no.
Norman.
No, 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 no. That was
100%
disintegrating a
that's what
tree.
it did to disintegrate the tree. Promise you.
Okay.
I don't sure you can you into the next year. However, go ahead. Yeah, you're talking.
Oh,
I don't have
9:38.
timestamps. Huh. That's neat. But
Oh,
in
I don't
order
either.
to get the powers, we have to sign pacts. My pact is to assist Giasa with something. This has something to do with it.
Seems fair enough.
Except there
I
are
won't-
two matters at hand here.
Such as
For starters, the Governess has already tasked me with using that to track down who it was that summoned it.
I guarantee you, once we get close to the person who used it, I will know immediately.
So you can track them.
Yes.
And the second is you are being extremely evasive about what it is.
I'm not sure if you've noticed this, Zankari. I'm not very trusting. And you, of all people, I distrust the most.
So you understand my hesitancy to allow you this thing.
I can promise you, this
Your
gives
word
me
means
no extra
nothing.
power.
Everything went quiet.
She'll think to herself, so she's talking to Giasa.
Mhm.
Do we need this?
Need it? No. It's just you needed to identify that it was to pick up what was happening.
So I don't need it to identify the person.
Not that she. No, she should be able to help you with that.
Okay. Fine. She resists the urge to chuck it into the forests
Mm-hmm.
and tosses it to Zankiri. Happy?
Karen just turns around and goes and starts working on the horse.
Yeah. By the way, is our cart wasn't hit by the burning hands, right?
It was lightly scorched.
The burning hands
Ah.
never hit it. A couple scorching rays grazed it, aiming towards Cairn.
Okay.
For the
It's
most
not
part,
bad,
it
but
has not
it's
caught.
got character.
Although it's lucky that you used some bales of hay on the days over towards the back of the cart that were
Yeah.
empty. Else that could have been real bad.
Yeah.
And I was going to consider that if like an AoE hit it.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Right? Oh, it's fine. But yeah, Karen definitely just ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
For those who are curious on Paywise, Karen has gone up from this encounter, and Darius has gone down for the combat and this dispute.
Surprising.
I can tell you why if you really want to know, but elsewise.
Don't freak show me, Morgana.
I think we all. I'm curious as to why Karns went up.
It was as related to the
slow.
battle. Seeing the absolute slow of the entire battlefield was a really good move, and then position himself to not lose it. And he helped heal the horse that was wounded. Called out that he's doing some good work strategically. So that's why his went up a little. And I think we all know why Andariel's went down a little.
No. I don't know why all three of theirs didn't get docked for it. Well, maybe not Zankiri, but I don't know why Karen's didn't just stay static instead of him getting bumped up and her not. I don't understand why there wasn't punishment for both of them, I guess.
Why would there be punishment
Skitter and
for
Leap?
me?
Skitter and Leap? Because you started fighting with her.
I never threw a punch.
Yeah.
That was a different timeline.
The succinct version, there was fighting started by Andariel, and a secret agenda is now revealed. Or that there is a secret agenda that she won't share.
Everyone has a secret agenda.
Warlock prejudice.
Everyone has a
clerk. She
skeleton
also said
Sorry, but you
closet.
think, I'm sorry, Mr. Cromwell doesn't realize that all of us have secret agendas that we don't want to share. That's
Well, this is specifically the thing that just tried to kill her is now somehow
Okay, fair
tied to the warlock who refuses to elaborate further. That's a bit suspicious.
She could also just ask the warlock in private.
But you're not very trusting. You said that out loud.
Shows her hands, but
yeah,
that's
but
enough
that
for
doesn't mean you can't ask a question.
That's all. That's all I'm giving
And
for answer
plus,
wise.
I will tell you right now, The only reason she didn't answer completely truthfully is because of Karn and Zankiri.
Well,
Any of the others ask her, she'll give the flat truth.
unfortunately,
Andario,
she will not.
are you well?
I'm irritated and angry.
That's
Aw,
nothing new.
would you tell Stabrat?
Stabrat? No, she doesn't know him well enough.
Yeah, tell
Aw,
him for the sole reason that he's probably too doped up to remember anyway.
And, Silver, do you mind talking in private?
Um, sure, I guess.
How much to hire you?
Hmm?
How much to hire you?
I mean, depends on the job.
I don't know who it is yet. We're away from everybody else. She's doing this
I
privately.
assume.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of who it is yet, but someone at the meeting is part of my job, for lack of a better term. And
Right.
I need to have him killed. I need to kill him. If you want the details, I'll give them to you, but it's a long-winded story. Well, no, not really, but yeah.
Yeah, this could be, unless he really does something that would cause a big ruckus. If this is like an assassination,
He
I
is
probably
a
gonna.
warlock, much like I am. He's a genie
Mhm.
warlock. The person who he is drawing power from is Giasa's father.
Spicy.
The problem with it is it is not a mutual pact.
A parasitic pack.
Yes, they are all of her father's warlocks are slowly draining him of his life force and will eventually kill him.
Oh, otherwise parasitic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I need
very parasitic.
my pact with Chiasa is contingent on the fact that I remove these parasites. He is one of them, and I need to kill him. The
I
only
mean,
reason I didn't say this in front of the others is because I do not trust Karn, and I especially do not trust Sankiri. And I would appreciate if you don't tell those two at least. I'm not too worried about the others.
Sure. I don't know how well I'll be able to help you if this goes.
I-
If this goes like sideways, I I don't know how much I can help you with that. As if you're going ask for payment, just make it an IOU if it comes to it.
I'd rather just give you gold. But okay. I don't need, probably won't need you to exactly kill
Well,
him
the
yourself.
IOU will
Just helping
be
me get it
an
done.
amount of gold. It'll
Okay,
depend on the situation.
I can definitely work with that. I don't really like favors. I just prefer to pay people.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
I mean, it sounds straight enough. So we're trying to just save the genie's father.
Yes.
It sounds okay to me. I don't. Do you actually know any of the people? Who they are?
No. Giasa's just able to point them out to me when we get close enough.
Mm,
And the reaction to that coin is because, yeah, it was one of
yeah.
her father's warlocks that did it. So, I mean, they are an enemy of our current client, the Governess.
Okay,
I guess I
sounds
should
fair
tell the
enough.
Governess, shouldn't I?
Most likely.
But she doesn't.
So she's also a little bit more trustworthy, trusting of
definitely.
the other two.
Oh, yes, I'm aware. People tend not to like me. Alrighty.
Really, with that personality?
Yes. Thank you. I am actually going to attempt to talk to the governess, if she'll actually speak with me.
She is in her cart, so you have to knock and
Yeah.
talk to her.
Yeah.
So,
Katira's just kind of
thank you, Silver.
leaned up against the cart.
You're welcome.
And
Have
she'll
a
walk
good
up to the cart and knock, knock, knock.
She opens the door. Yes.
I have some information on the man or person, I don't know if it was a man, that enchanted that medallion. But I'd prefer not to discuss it in front of Zancaria and Karn.
Then where would you like to discuss it? And can I know why you want to exclude certain members of your...
I don't trust the two of them. Zancaria is a necromancer, and Karn has not particularly shown to be very trustworthy. To me, at least.
Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
I don't think she knew that Zankiri
Nope,
was
you just
a
name dropped that he's a
necromancer.
necromancer.
She doesn't care. She doesn't like him.
Yeah.
Don't worry. The fire newts are humanoids. It was about to become glaringly obvious.
Oh no.
He's 5th level now. The wheel turns.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay, with a
I
21.
don't need to enter your cart. I trust the others, so while we're discussing, I have no problem with them being around guarding us. I just don't feel the need to tell those two.
Okay, with the
Or the
21,
bond.
she says, "Alright, I'll meet you in the middle. If you describe the situation to me, and I
He's a
find
warlock.
that...
She'll say, okay, go ahead.
And I find that there's some reason for concern or conflict of interest in your employment, or if I find that this is going to cause unneeded infighting with your guild, I will be at full liberty to terminate your contract. Or you can tell everyone. Your choice. You're not the most wise person, but you can very clearly see when somebody's trying to put you in a corner and have control over the situation.
Not baby.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Amen.
I have no problem walking back to town by myself.
Okay. She will step outside of the cart, and she will tell the group that she will be stepping into the woods, and if anything were to go down, you have full liberty to dive on your teammate if she were to get harmed. And then you'll step out of earshot.
Zunkiri is just going to pull out the signal whistle and just toss it toward her.
She'll catch it and hold on to it, keeping her arms crossed and it close to her mouth, holding it in like a right hand.
Katira's gonna follow, keeping herself visible to them, but stay far enough off that she's visible to both parties, just kind of keeping an eye on both groups.
Yeah, we'll be in the middle ground.
Okay, you are kind of keeping an eye on the surroundings as she does this. And you have a private conversation with the governess, Dario.
Okay, I told you I am a genie warlock. My patron is Giasa. Her father is Odilon the Lordly. He's being poisoned and slowly leached by his warlocks. My job is to kill them. The man who summoned these and gave them the medallion is one of those warlocks I need to kill. I will be able to point him out very quickly, thanks to Giasa.
And this is sensitive because...
I do not trust them. She holds up her prosthetic arm. This was done by my father in an attempt to kill me when I was young.
May I ask
Trust
what for?
is very hard. What for?
Mm-hmm.
Being a tiefling. I do not trust people. It's as simple as that. Telling you this is very, very difficult, but you are my employer, and I can tell I'm close to losing this job.
You are. Or were.
I'm not terribly worried about losing the job, but I do care deeply for Morgana, and I want to protect her, so I want to stay with her. But I do need Gias's help to do so, and in order to keep Gias's help, I have to kill those people.
I've got a question.
All
A
right.
few. How long have you known these members in your traveling band?
Zankiri, 5 days, maybe a week.
About.
The others, maybe a week longer.
Hmm.
We have not known each other very long. We were brought together because we were kidnapped and cursed. We stayed together at first because we were forced to, and I stay simply to help 3 of them, Silver, Morgana, and Katira. The others, I'm not that worried about. And Dat, I have known for only 2 days less than Zankiri.
I speak to you now not as your employer, but as an adult. How well has this guardedness served you?
I'm still alive.
Are you living?
I don't understand that. Of course I'm living. Puts her hand on her chest. I can feel my heartbeat. I am alive.
That's not living. Surviving is making sure your body processes and moves and makes it to the next day. Living is that surplus above surviving that gives you reasons to go on, gives you something enjoyable that you can do and fill your time with. Living is.
I have not enjoyed being alive since I was 10.
She looks at you with thinly veiled pity, or thinly hidden pity.
I simply don't allow myself to die because I am scared to die. I enjoy doing research. I enjoy reading. I enjoy learning, but I do not enjoy being alive.
I would wager if you find the opportunity to find people who care for you and you lower your guard, you'll find that there is much more to life than just surviving.
My father attempted to kill me because of what I am. I have been persecuted and had other attempts on my life simply because I am a tiefling.
And I'm sure that's hard.
And the only other person that I allowed in, beside my mother, left. And I don't know why. So, trust is not something I give very easily.
I understand you a little better now. I don't share this with many, but I too was persecuted as a child. I had a sister. For the longest time, it was just the two of us who were trying to make a way in the world. This was before I became governess of Moonwatch. Two, two stray children wandering through the wilds, trying to find a home. My sister didn't make it. And I often think if we had just trusted a bit more and stayed closer to bigger towns, if there would have been some way to take her to a temple so she would be here today. I hope you don't end up with the same regrets in the pursuit of survival and safety.
I guess we'll see.
I really wish you the best, but in the end it will be your choice on how you go forward. I think it's time I return to my carriage.
Yes.
She gets up and lowers the signal whistle, and you all watch as she enters back into the cart, closes it, and locks it.
Andariel is actually going to stay in the forest for a little bit and not come out until we're ready to actually start getting on the road.
Okay, that'll be like 5
Then
to 10
Katira
minutes.
just stays in the in-between space to keep an eye on her, but doesn't approach.
With your passive investigation or passive perception, you probably can hear her cry.
Oh.
She is literally the first person she's ever told that.
Well, god damn it. Yeah, no, she doesn't approach.
Okay.
Katira,
Katira, you have it written down. You have something written down on your sheet for what those D100s have done, right?
Yep. That's what I have so far.
Okay. I'm going to double check that real quick on
Yep.
something particular. There's something that could happen. I just need to refresh my memory on them.
Let me know.
Okay.
But she's just keeping watch.
Okay.
I think if something about it in a way feels familiar in a way that she doesn't understand.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Is that you could try and meditate on this, something you're empathizing with.
I think Katira would. Yeah.
Okay, it's one of your options. Is what I wanted to talk about. Okay.
Yeah.
That covers what I was saying. I think somebody else was about to say something too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Karen was going to say something.
Just for the sake of it, is this horse back up to full?
It's well enough.
Or how? I'll dump another cure wounds with just cause.
Another cure wounds would probably bring it up to full. Yeah, I think that covered the 12.
As he just traces his finger as it's lightly glowing pinkish red, and the wound kind of knits itself back together. There we go, little girl.
It's like, what the fuck?
You see, suddenly she just gets very lovey with you as you've just given her some serious pain relief because she had a flaming spear into her side before, and now
she had a boo boo.
A fixed boo boo.
It was like 3 or 4 HP, I think, in Ariel, but definitely whatever it was, it's definitely
got
the full
hit for 9. He healed for 8.
Ah, I thought it was for 12. Whoops.
Math-wise, either way, he finished up healing after checking any and all other stress wounds it might have had.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely up well, and you it definitely ingratiates. It's very happy to have you near, and is trying to turn its head and
whenever Karen's near the animals, he just gets this very at peace face, at peace look on his face. Just there we go. You don't judge me. You're just happy. Who's a good horse? And he scritches the horse. He's big enough to just oh, is it good? Who's a good giant hoof dog?
A happy whinny is heard from the horse.
It's not a rat.
I mean, okay. Easy enough to just find a rat or in the forest or a squirrel if that's good enough for you, and just ice them.
You find a squirrel gnawing on a rat skull. Squared. Yes.
Yeah,
Zonkiri just starts clearing out the road a little bit, getting everything ready to move on.
Okay. Did you
Yeah.
want to cast
As soon
anything
as
on the
everybody's
corpses?
ready. No, not the moment. They're just piled in the back of the cart.
Oh, good. So,
We eat there.
so on top of the horse's feed, for the most part, because your
Damn
cart
it.
was largely filled with the feed. Just large hay bales now have on top of them fire newt corpses.
Extra protein, baby. Extra iron.
If you think for a second he won't turn them into nightmares at some point, you are mistaken.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
well
expecting.
aware of his plans.
I'm
Yeah.
expecting the
Ni-
fire newt
nightmare
centipede to
donkeys.
show up in the next combat. Just
Actually, fun fact. In a previous campaign, somebody gave a gem that could cast. You could cast a spell from it that had been put into it, but it wasn't necessarily have to be part of your list.
like a
And
ring of
somebody put
storms.
Find Greater Steed in it,
Oh,
and everyone got Pegasuses. And when Zunkiri summoned the Pegasus, he took the Pegasus off behind a barn, and they just heard horrid screaming as he ripped its wings off and corrupted it into a nightmare.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's about right.
What?
That's how nightmares are created. You take a
I
Pegasus
know, but
and you rip
damn.
its wings off and torture it until it becomes a nightmare.
Did you sell those wings?
Yes. I sold them to a man named Icarus.
Bruh.
Wow.
I think you sold them to Daedalus, who then gave them to Icarus.
I wasn't the one who made the NPC. He doesn't know the actual story.
Bruh.
Shame.
yeah, and nightmares do have a fly speed too. Damn.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I've got a nightmare pulled up now. I wanted to see.
Fact check this horrible thing.
Am I right?
Oh yeah, I believe you. I didn't check its
No,
lore,
I
but
haven't
like
read that before. I know
I
that's
wanted
right.
to see like
Yeah.
what you created.
Yeah.
I fear for these
Never seen
fire
a
newts.
nightmare before?
So yeah, unless anybody had anything else to do,
Oh,
you all can.
and before you go pulling off, they eat a little bit of bloody hay, so they're going to get sick. Thing. Horses are omnivores. They will eat meat if you give it to them.
I
they-
didn't
they
plan
love-
on that, but thanks for the horrid reminder that horses can and will eat meat.
You see those chompers?
Oh,
Yes.
chickens.
Yeah, chickens are less.
Chickens will eat each other. Chickens
pigs.
don't give a fuck.
Horses are.
Those people that say vegetarian fed chickens, it's a lie. You cannot.
Anyone who
prove-
makes their pet a vegetarian is a bad person.
Anyway,
unless they are
So
like
moving
a
on.
rabbit.
We move on.
You will take off on the road.
While we're on the road, Connor,
Mhm.
we're just in the back of the cart. Actually, no, I'm the one driving the cart.
Yeah,
Oh.
Katira would be up in the front with the other driver.
Who's? It's like two people per thing, right? Who's
Yeah.
sitting up there with me?
I was going to ask who was on the governess's cart. If anybody took up on that offer.
Katira.
Okay. Did anybody else join her on the other on the carriage?
Morgana's gonna go back to the back of the cart like before.
So we've got
probably ought to have Dat Rat up there just to.
wait, Norvin, do you have detect magic?
Yes, I do, and it's
I think-
constantly running.
I think nice. I think you should sit up front in case we get jumped again.
Good point.
So up front we've got Andariel and Katira.
She'll say
And-
no.
Or what? I'm asking you above board. I'm trying to
She
see
doesn't want to
where-
sit up front. She doesn't feel well.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so Andariel's back here. Dat Rat can be somewhere. I'm trying to see who's at the front of the cart with Katira. Want someone who can relatively like silver?
Is there? If anyone wants to volunteer, speak now. Is the easy way to say.
Yeah.
If not, it'll just be Katira.
I mean, I can if you want.
I mean, I'm not up there by myself. There is the driver.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Dat Rat's on top of the
Our
cart.
carriage.
Did we get a long rest?
No,
They have a
not
cart.
yet.
No, not yet.
No,
Yeah.
they have a
Right, we still
carriage.
have
We
half
have
the day
a cart.
left.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was on top of the governess's carriage or our cart.
Yep. I'm assuming cart because that's where he's normally ridden.
For some reason, Detra has
He's on top of the governess's carriage. That's
Yeah,
where
for some
he's been
reason,
riding the
Detra
entire time.
he's taken out a guitar and has gone, "Witness me!" Yeah.
Okay. On top of the carriage, she'll allow this for now.
Here.
I guess Suntree will be riding next
As long
to.
as he doesn't make little skitter noises.
All right, the rest of you all are on the cart. I just want to know where people should go.
Who?
Well, hang on a second.
Is Nakiri next to Karen or the driver?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am the driver of the.
I meant the driver of the carriage.
Yeah.
A fancy driver.
That's Katira.
I just needed to
Fancy.
know who's on the governess's cart. Everything, the rest of y'all are just miscellaneous cart people.
Yeah.
Gotta love a miscellaneous cart person.
So while we're riding along, Karen is running over that situation and his legitimate hurt, and then he comes across a particular thought, and he kind of looks over at Zankiri in confusion because he kind of mulled past it. Hey, Zankiri,
What?
why did you say that her word meant nothing?
Hmm?
He has a look of legitimate confusion.
Does it not make sense to you?
She's a child. I can only hold so much, but she is a child. I don't expect much from her.
I have known her barely a week. She's keeping secrets. The moment she found out what I am, she tried to kill me. She's done nothing but persecute me. Since I arrived here, why would I give her my trust?
I never said to give her your trust.
That's what a person's word means.
That is fair. But it looks in chat. But to Karen, you are a child. I see where you're coming from, and I know this is probably just my old foggy brain working at me, but she's a brat. I don't. That's why I haven't done what many. I can guarantee, actually, pretty much any other orc under the age of 30 would have done to her for if she uttered those words in front of them. I meant murder.
I was under the impression that you were typical of orcs in this place. Good to know that some things stay the same.
I have lived through too much and seen too much despair to really. It's tempered my rage.
How old are you?
I'm ancient. I am. Looks in bio 36. If your orcs work the same way, I'm old as fucking dirt. I should be dead within 2 years. He looks at you with just like faded eyes, just.
Is that all?
Yep. Roughly according to standards.
Hold on.
I should be dead within 3 years.
36 is in tens and ones place, yes?
Yeah.
Not 36,000.
No. What? I didn't catch that. My brain fizzed out. What?
Not 36 as in 3 in the 10 spot, 6 in the 1 spot, not 36,000, right?
Yeah, 36 years old.
Oh.
I'm old as dirt for orcs.
Right.
Yeah, we got hit pretty hard with the genetic beating stick.
Noted.
So that's why I don't really take the shit that she's spouting at me all too seriously. She's just a long line in a bunch of orc racists. I don't care anymore.